Well, hey guys, in this video I'm going to be doing a short review on the little book of Whittling. It's by Chris Lubkeman. One of my favorite books by far for doing simple whittling projects. Just to give you a quick view of what Chris looks like, I think he's got a little bio here in the front. Tells a little bit about Chris. He's got over 40 years of experience in whittling and wood carving. He's a child of missionaries. He grew up in Brazil and Peru, and that's where he learned to carve and work with wood. I know he's got at least 4 bestsellers with Fox Chapel. I think he started publishing back in 1972. But he's got the Little Book of Whittling, which is this one I'm reviewing, the Big Book of Whittle Fun, and Whittling Twigs and Branches, and a 4th one called Tree Craft, which I don't have a copy of that one, but I have looked at it, and that one looks pretty interesting too. Interesting fact, he's got a Guinness World Record for the smallest branch rooster carving, which I think was pretty interesting. And that's kind of a common theme you'll see in some of his miniature carvings, is the rooster or the bird theme. Now here's the table of contents. It's pretty basic. You know, the first section is about, it's divided into like 4 sections. The first is that little short bio that I was showing you. Then there's an introduction where he talks about his ideas about whittling and how he defines whittling. And then there's a getting started section. And under that section, he's got some pretty good information. It's pretty short, pretty sweet, but it talks about the different woods that he chooses. And here's an example of what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like a tree branch or twig. This is one I'm getting ready to carve another bag clip, and you might have seen a previous video where I was carving the bag clips. This project is actually not in here, but it was inspired by this book, so I'm going to be using this. And you notice this wood has almost no pith in the middle, and that's kind of one thing that he does look for. And he likes to look for green wood. So green wood is generally easier to carve. And so you want to carve these fairly fresh, not like right after you cut them, but maybe shortly after you cut them and they're still green and easy to carve and very little pith. Typically these are probably in the neighborhood of a 1/2 inch to, I don't know, 3/4, maybe an inch wide, but they're on the smaller side. He also gets into knife selection, and his preference is the Swiss Army knife. This is one that I have. I don't carve with this, and I think the ones that he carves with are a little bit bigger than this. The blades are stouter and a little bit bigger than this. I think the one he has a small blade and a large blade. He says he uses the smaller size blade more. And he's got a section in here about how to sharpen the blades. Here's a section about the selection of the wood, and now he gets into sharpening and honing the blade. Now, there's another video he's got out there on Fox Chapel YouTube channel. I'll leave a link. But he does talk about shaping this blade a little differently, because these blades are typically shaped to be like utility knife, kind of a blade profile. And he does do a little bit of shaping to make it a little bit easier to use for wood carving. So I'll put a link in the description about that. This is his preference though, because it's a folding knife. Obviously, you can put it in your pocket. It's portable, so if you're going off on trips, now you can't take these through the airport anymore. Obviously, you might put them in a check bag, but you can't take them, of course, on a plane. So you have to be careful with these in your pocket where you go, okay? But he likes the portability of wood carving, and that's kind of a theme of this book, as you'll see. And then if you go back to the table of contents, he's got a ton of projects here. So this book is mainly projects, to be honest with you. So here are the projects, and I counted, I think, about 19 projects here. A lot of them, again, are on the small side, you know, because he's carving from branches or twigs. And so it's going to be on the smaller side. Wood, again, the good thing about this carving is the wood is readily available. Normally you can get it in your own backyard. or you can find it where people have done tree trimming, and maybe they piled limbs out to be picked up on the road and that kind of thing. You know, just make sure you get proper permission if you need to, if it's not on public right-of-way. So here are some of the things that I have made. So here's one I'm going to make a video on this one. This is the knife letter opener. And I took an idea from one of his other projects and I added the rooster here on top. So I think that is really cool. So I'm gonna probably make another one of these and make a video. And this actually does work pretty well. I've used it on a few letters now and it works pretty well. The other one is the whistle. And I've got other whistle videos out there, but I need to make a video dedicated to, you know, this type of whistle where you're making one from a branch. And then my other one, I'll put a picture up here, is the back scratcher. Very practical, you know, project if you like those kind of things. And anyway, this book is just really super fun. The photos, let me just show you, kind of thumb through here. The photos are really nice and crisp. It's very photo driven or rich. You know, it's not a whole lot of reading to it, to be honest with you. The first 10 pages of this book really is what covers the bio, the intro, and the getting started type. The other 87 pages are projects. So like I said, the majority of this book is projects. So I think, you know, bottom line, I think this is a great book for beginner carvers and experienced carvers if you want to do something new. Maybe not a lot of us have done a lot of carving on sticks or twigs, and this is a new experience for some of us who haven't done that. Again, the twig and branches are easy to get. You can usually get those from maybe your own backyard or elsewhere. And this is just a great companion book. I think that was, you know, if you're an outdoors person and you've got grandkids or young kids maybe, and you want to show them how to do some simple things around the campfire, these projects are wonderful, you know, so you can take this book with you, put it in your pack or your suitcase. So anyway, just a great book, and I'll put a link in the description on how to purchase the book. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you got any questions or any comments, if you've got a copy of the book and done some of these projects and want to comment about the book, please share, and we will see you in the next video.